We're going to get started in about a minute and a half, so if people can find their seats, that would be great. I've got 6 o'clock on my watch, and I'm getting a wave in the back of the room telling me it's time to start. So good evening, everyone, and welcome to the first ever, but hopefully happening year after year after year, SHE Pitch. So does everyone in the room know what the acronym SHE stands for? I think we should start with that. Is it up on the screen? No, it isn't. So you can't, cheat. SHE. The S stands for ODIN. You guys know what S stands for. What does it stand for? Strength, yes, yes. H starts for what, everybody? Heart. And E stands for Equality of Women in Frederick County. So, yeah, let's clap about that. Thank you. So the Chamber of Commerce has had an outstanding week. I hope this isn't the first event that you've been to, but if it is, it's absolutely the best event. So we're glad you're here, and next year, sign up for many more events of SHE Week and support all of our women businesses and entrepreneurs. So before we keep going on, and people are like, who is that woman? I'm Helen Profiter. I am thank you, John, thank you. The check is in the mail, thank you. I am the Director of Economic Development for Frederick County. So if you are working at a very cool business in Frederick County, hopefully we worked with them and we're helping them grow, expand, thrive, all of that. So I'm not sure why the Chamber allowed me to do this, but I am thrilled that they allowed me to do this, and we're going to have a lot of fun tonight. So although it is a competition, and let me explain what that is. So women CEOs are going to come up on stage, and they are going to pitch you their passion, their business, their baby, like what they've created. And if that isn't like the best Thursday night ever, I don't know what is. But it's a competition. So I will tell you that these 6 businesses, there are 3 that are in the, idea stage. Sorry, I forgot the word idea. 3 are in the idea stage, and 3 are in the growth stage. And together, these 6, we have had 50 businesses apply for this competition. So let's clap it out. So these 6 businesses have already beat 44 other businesses just to be here. So remember, like the Olympics, everyone's like, it's an honor just to be an Olympian. Well, it's an honor just to be a finalist for SHE Week, I believe. Yeah. So before I get too involved in SHE Week and who's pitching and the judges and all that, we want to thank Hood College for offering this beautiful location for us, and we're going to ask Dr. Andrea Chapdelaine, president of Hood College and the chair of the Frederick County Chamber of Commerce, to come over and say a few words.
Good evening. students did a little better when I was greeting them the other day. So let's try that again. Good evening. Good evening. Are we happy we're here? Yeah. Exciting night? Well, as Helen said, I'm actually here wearing 3 hats. So I am the proud president of Hood College. Been here, this is my 7th year as the president. Best fabulous professional job I've ever had, and I'm sure will ever have. Love Hood, love Frederick, now my hometown. So I'm also here as the chamber chair. In some crazy moment, the board got together and thought maybe I could help lead the chamber through the pandemic. Crazy thought. We did it, but not because of me, but because of the amazing staff at the chamber. And of course, those same people made tonight happen. So I hope you can join me in a great big round of applause. If you don't know them, they should stand up and be recognized. And while I'm on that, SHE Week and a lot of events, amazing events the chamber puts on happen because of great volunteers. They do this gratis because they have passion for the work of the chamber, and they know that a strong chamber makes a healthy, strong business community here in Frederick. So a lot of those volunteers in the room, they can just kind of wave, and we can give them a round of applause for all their hard work too. So just very quickly, for any of you who don't know this, Hood began as a women's college in 1893. We were actually located where the county offices are, so that's the original home of Hood College. So back in 1893, some very progressive people, mostly men of course, got together and believed very strongly that women should be educated. So shout out to Frederick for thinking forward like that and thinking already back then about women and equality. So very proud of that. So I think it can't be a more fitting place to be gathered here on our campus on Women's Equality Day to lift up these amazing women who are going to wow us with what they put together for tonight. The inspiration of their creativity and innovation is just going to blow us away, and I'm so excited to hear it. I just want to share with you too that Hood loves to partner with the chamber. We do lots of events like this, but we also are available to all of the members of the chamber. So if your business you're associated with is a chamber member, know that we provide interns and other resources for startup businesses. That's a great way to scale up pretty cheaply. Get amazing students to help you. So if you're interested in any of that, you can talk to me, you can talk to anybody at the chamber. In the back, she just walked away, is the person who coordinates all of that for us, Dean Littlefield, and so you can seek Lisa out as well. So just wanted to put that out there. And in closing, I just want to echo what Helen said. Please, please continue to participate in SHE Week. Great events. It has become an amazing signature event for the chamber, as well it should, because it's an amazing event. But get yourself involved too, to help out, become one of those volunteers. If not with SHE Week, there's lots of great opportunities to get involved with the chamber. Invite you to do that. The more that we have active, the more we're responding to the needs of this business community, and the more we're able to do as a chamber. So welcome your participation, feedback, all of that. So let's get to the real fun, right? Thank you so much for coming. Enjoy the night, and good luck to our pitchers.
Thank you, Dr. Chapdelaine. We appreciate you. So a little bit about the details. I told you that these 6 businesses beat out 44 other businesses. I want to talk a little bit about the criteria that they had to have. So the idea stage businesses had to have 2 pieces of criteria. One, they had to be at least 51% women-owned, right? That makes sense. And 2, they had to be residents of Frederick County. So that's the criteria for the idea stage. For the growth stage, they also had to be 51% women-owned, makes perfect sense. They also had to be in good standings with the state of Maryland, makes sense. They had to have a business located in Frederick County. They had to be in business for at least 2 years, and they have to make, on average annually, less than $5 million in revenue. So that's the two different groups you're going to see tonight. From the idea stage, I'm going to shout out your company name, and you guys can stand up and give a wave. First off, E&A Construction Group, right down front. That's Allie Kirsch and Erin Ulloa. Did I do it right? Ulloa. Yes, I did it right. Thank you. Main Street Mixology, Noelle Tate. Where are you, Noelle? Get to be friends with Noelle because she knows how to make great drinks, I believe. We shall see. Iffy and Blues, Cara, Kelley. From our growth stage, we have CarrTech LLC. I saw Sue Carr. There you are, Sue. ODIN CrossFit. People in green. Whoa! Sweet. Allison's just got a few family members here. That's Allison Jachowski. Way to go, Allison. And 10th Ward Distilling Company, Monica Pierce. Get to know Monica. She knows how to make a great drink also. All right, so people who may not know how to make great drinks, but they sure do know how to judge competitions, we're going to talk about the judges, the toughest people. They have the toughest job tonight. They really do. I feel bad for them, but I sort of kind of don't because I know all of them. So you met Dr. Andrea Chapdelaine, to me, one of the, to me, one of the best models of professional women in Frederick County. So, I've been at a lot of meetings with her, and she is absolutely poised under grace. So Andrea's here. Thank you for joining us tonight. Go ahead. Yeah, you can clap again. Little man, you clap as much as you want. Just keep clapping. The man with the most passion in Frederick County, Rick Weldon, President and CEO of the Chamber of Commerce. A rose between two thorns. Sandy Dubé, if you have not had the pleasure of seeing her present, the woman knows how to present. She is the owner of Platinum PR. Sandy, thank you. And a man who just is probably the biggest hustle in banking nowadays, Alan Mullendore. I have to read his title because it's so gosh darn long. Managing Director, East Region for my bank. Alan. So we have one more judge tonight, and that's you all. So you all were given a ticket, and when the judges are escorted out to do their judging, we're going to ask you to take a stretch, network a little bit, but in the back of the room, there's mason jars, and you're going to drop your ticket in to vote for your favorite pitch. And that People's Choice Award is going home tonight. Rick Weldon, did you bring your checkbook? Okay, even better. We're good? Okay, good. So, that person who wins People's Choice is going to be able to charge on that chamber credit card up to $500. So it's a great award for People's Choice. So this is how it's going to go. I'm going to call a pitch group up. Maybe you're a team or by yourself. You're going to have a minute to pull your stuff up, get your microphones on, that kind of thing. I'll do a little something and entertain. And then we'll have 5 minutes for their presentation and then 3 minutes for judges' questions. So if I was pitching tonight, while I was pitching, I would face you all. You can turn to the judges for the questions, but answer the questions facing the group again. The judges can hear you. They know how gorgeous all of you are. You don't need to look at the judges is my point, okay? So face out to the public the whole time. All right, where am I here? What happens when you go a little bit off script? Okay, so first group up is Allie, Kirsch, and Erin, Ulloa. Gosh, I did it again. I did it so well. You guys come on up, and while they're coming up, I want to talk to the group. I need 3 volunteers. I need someone to put yourself out there to win a prize. Raise your hand. All right, first hand up right there, second hand up, third hand. Kind of, sort of up, but I'm going to take you anyway. Come on up on stage. I need you on stage. 3 people, those 3.
How is this going to work on this show? Just like that?
Thank you. Shout out your names, everybody.
My name is Anthony.
Anthony. Go ahead. What's your name? Wendy. And
Jeff.
Jess. All right. I need you to hold up the finger that you think is correct about the construction industry. So let me just start by saying construction accounts for 10% of Frederick County's total employment. That's a pretty big deal. Every dollar spent in construction generates $3 to the economy. Combined commercial, residential, and infrastructure, construction makes up 21% of the U.S. GDP. Pretty important here. Here's your question, you 3. NVR Building Products and Home Builder is one of our top 20 major employers in Frederick County with 630 employees. They are located in, and please don't shout it out, 1, Frederick City, 2, Thurmont, or 3, Buckystown. Please hold up your answer. 1, Frederick City, 2, Thurmont, 3, Buckystown. And we got an answer right there. Thurmont, one of our major employers. You get a knuckle, thanks for participating, and you get this phenomenal sheet. Now get off the stage. Are you guys ready?
I think so.
All right. Go for it.
Can you hear us okay? Hello? Hello? Okay. You going to do the clicker? Hi, I'm Erin.
And I'm Allie, and we're the sisters behind E&A Construction Group. E&A Construction Group is a bilingual, women-owned company that provides customized administrative services to construction groups in the road, bridge, and highway construction. A day in the life of a project manager is busy. They're the primary point of contact both on and off the job site. On vacation, my husband, who's a project manager, received a phone call that one of the offices on his job site had a leak. This office is home to key stakeholders from the state, so as you can imagine, this was extremely time sensitive. 3 hours later and a few missed memories at the beach, the problem was handled and everything was settled. I couldn't believe that on top of everything else he has to do, he was responsible for sourcing, leasing, furnishing, managing, cleaning, and breaking down these temporary offices for every single job. After discussing with my sister, who's also in the construction industry, we had an aha moment. Why can't we take on these offices? Why can't we handle some of these administrative tasks that's weighing down these managers? With my experience in sales and account management and Erin's experience in construction operations, we realized we had a unique skill set and a brilliant business opportunity.
We wanted to dig deeper and uncover what tasks might be industry-wide pain points, so we conducted a needs assessment. The results were overwhelming. In addition to office rentals, we discovered that material orders and general site services are tedious and time-consuming. As it currently stands, there is nobody in these offices supporting project managers on these tasks. Can you imagine a lawyer without a paralegal or a CEO without their executive assistant? In addition to these administrative burdens, there are minority participation requirements that companies must comply with in order to win a job. This is another pain point as companies are struggling to meet these goals. Maryland, for example, encourages 29% of its total dollar value of contracts to be awarded to minority businesses. The needs assessment confirmed our business idea. There is a need for our services. E&A Construction Group will kill two birds with one stone. We will handle the time-consuming tasks and help construction companies meet their MBE goals. We want to keep project managers on the job site and out of the office. Our mission is your mission, to provide a seamless process for construction companies to execute their jobs efficiently and, most important, profitably.
The above example is from a recent bid for a job in Baltimore, Maryland. The job required an office space, office furniture, cleaning services, and one materials order. Our business model is unique, as it will differ because every job is different in size and scope. Our services are completely customizable, and we can provide as much or as little as a company needs. Our fees differ depending on if it's a good or a service, as you can see. Our annual gross profit from one job for a year is $14,090. This is a 3-year job, and at the end of the 3 years, E&A will yield a total gross profit of $42,270.
Our projected financials are based on the annual revenue model from the previous slide. We feel our year-over-year growth is extremely conservative for the next 3 years. Because we are a lean business, we have an opportunity to make a lot of profit with not a lot of overhead. It's worth noting that one company we spoke with had to manage over 20 offices in 2020.
While many industries took hits during COVID-19, construction persevered and the momentum continued. One takeaway that we've learned through our research during this process is that construction is an industry you want to invest in. This is apparent with the new bipartisan infrastructure bill that's going to allocate $110 billion to improving our major roadways. We're so excited to be a part of this.
In the United States, there's over 35,000 highway, road, and bridge construction companies, and the DMV plus Pennsylvania is home to over 3,500. By using the same baseline figure from our Baltimore model, if we get one job per company per year in the DMVP, we have a potential TAM of over $49 million.
We plan to start by targeting the top 8 companies listed here, and we're happy to share that once we're MBE certified, we have a commitment from one of these companies to pilot our services. We'll be doing administrative services for them. We're confident that once we partner with a company, they will be our partner for life.
We established goals for the first 30, 60, and 90 days that will be executed once we are MBE certified.
While virtual assistants can help with material orders and shared workspaces can house key stakeholders for the duration of projects, none of their offers are all-inclusive or minority eligible. E&A checks all the boxes, and we can continually expand our services as companies need them.
The majority of our funds will go towards our office rental inventory, such as desks, chairs, laptops, printers. Okay. And the remainder of the funds will go towards marketing, legal, and office setup.
Our main goal is to create a company that empowers women in construction and to be role models for our kids. It's our hope that our girls will take over our company and be the future of E&A Construction Group.
So I have a question for you.
Sure.
The process for obtaining MBE certification, have you done that research?
We're in
do you
the
know how you
process
do it?
of it, yes.
Can you tell me what you're going to do?
From the beginning? Oh, okay. Okay. Well, the process that we started was
We submitted our application in July. There's a little bit of a lag due to COVID and people working remote, but we're in the system, and it's just, they said it's a 90-day process, so we're just kind of waiting at this point. Yeah.
Great. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to follow up on the MDDB question. So help me understand, so would you be the prime on these contracts to help get those individuals the MDE credits?
So we would basically serve as a subcontractor who's
Okay.
handling the office space, and as a subcontractor, we're MBE eligible, which would go towards their participation numbers.
Tell me a little bit about your average customer size. I'm not familiar, I've seen some of the logos that you flashed up on the screen. What's an ideal customer look like for you?
Sure. So they all differ in size and scope. Based off the 5 project managers that we talked to, they range anywhere from 20 to 30 jobs per year, which doesn't include, the jobs that are continual year after year. Size and scope, I mean, depending on the size of the jobs, they're all million to billion-dollar companies that are the main general contractor.
So I have a related question.
Sure.
You said you're targeting the top 8 construction companies. Why that route? Because I'm just wondering if it's the smaller companies that don't have the in-house. Is there competition within the company itself for doing these services?
So when we did our needs assessment, we spoke with a few of the companies so that we know that they would need our services. So that's where we're going to start. There's a lot of smaller companies. Those are more general contractors who do handle the majority of the scope of the work. There are smaller contractors who are not, minorities who we could work with as well. But these are the general contractors that handle the overall job.
We plan to also expand our services to larger and the smaller companies as we evolve as a company. But to start, we figured we'd start big.
Geographically, where are you starting?
The DMV in Pennsylvania. All
Okay,
8 of those
okay.
companies are within that region.
Awesome. And team-wise, is it just the 2 of you? Do you expect to scale? What's that?
We would love to scale. We're going to be starting off, sourcing these offices and handling the offices ourselves, from in terms of everything, leasing, handling the cleaning, setting up. We will handle all of that to start. Of course, we'd love to scale once we get big enough that we need to. We have our little cleaning service down here. They'll be able to help us in the process, but we would love to bring on a team. But as of right now, it's just the
There's
sisters.
not really
We don't have a need for it yet.
I love the team. And bilingual, what, Spanish, I presume? Great.
Thank you.
Let's get,
Bad guys.
thank you, Allie
Erin,
and
take this
Erin.
off.
That was great. That really was great. It's never easy to do a pitch, and it certainly isn't easy to go first. So thank you all both. All right, so next up, I'm going to need Noelle Tate from Main Street Mixology to come on up and get set up. And I need 3 more victims or volunteers. Who's up for it? Who's up for it? 1, 2, yeah, 3. Come on up. Yep, I got my 3.
One of them's my daughter.
Oh, excellent. All right, so as they come up, I will say mixology, contrary to popular belief, mixology isn't new. It dates back to 1850s, and it has been used in many different cultures worldwide, from Hong Kong to England. It was around the 1850s when Mr. Jerry P. Thomas, known as the father of American mixology, popularized cocktails. In addition to writing about his cocktails, he displayed creativity and showmanship while preparing his drinks. All right, you 3. You got some tough competition.
I know. It's going to be very embarrassing.
No, it is not. You're going to do fine, but you may lose. It is a competition. Okay. The Office of Economic Development has a building at the Great Frederick Fair showcasing our local wine, beer, and distilled spirits. This building is called number 1. Hold up your finger, number 1. If you believe the building at the Great Frederick Fair is called Homegrown Frederick. Number 2, if you think it's called Roosters and Cocktails Building. Or number 3, Farm Fresh Fun Building. Number 1, Homegrown Frederick. 2, Roosters and Cocktails. 3, Farm Fresh Fun Building. What do you guys got? Does anyone have a number 1? All right, come on. Good Here you go, sweetheart. You're too beautiful not to have it. Are you ready to go? I'm stepping out.
I think so. Good evening, everyone. My name is Noelle Tate. I'm the founder and CEO of Main Street Mixology, Frederick's premier one-stop shop for everything craft cocktails. Currently, consumers have to go to at least 5 different places to get everything they need to make a craft cocktail at home. Main Street Mixology offers a solution by providing a full range of Frederick's craft spirits, mixers, bar decor, bar tools, and cocktails at our in-store bar. My background as CEO is 23 years in the bar and restaurant industry. Most of my time spent behind the bar, honing my craft as a mixologist, but also upper management, such as beverage director and general manager. In March of 2020, I was laid off due to the COVID-19 pandemic. Out of a means to adapt and support myself and my 2 daughters, I started Elite Mixology. As Elite Mixology, we did private events, also bar consulting. We worked with restaurants, bars, hotels to improve bar programs and train staff. We were even contracted by the Ritz-Carlton to provide cocktails for Johnny Depp on a recent visit to the area. Craft cocktails are having more than just a moment. Currently, the craft cocktail industry is worth, or the craft spirits industry rather, is worth $6 billion and expected to reach $80 billion by 2025. Main Street Mixology aims to have 4 streams of revenue. In-store cocktail sales, our retail product sales, our monthly cocktail club subscription, which will be a recurring revenue, and events and classes at our downtown location. Frederick is an amazing place for craft cocktails. There's some serious competition going on there, but no one place currently offers the comprehensive experience that Main Street Mixology will offer. Our secret is literally in the sauce. Our cocktails are meticulously prepared with our attention to detail, our expert knowledge of fresh ingredients, and our aim to please approach. Our cocktails are unmatched. Our clients agree. We've received some excellent feedback from our private clients as well as our commercial clients. Our financial goals are ambitious but attainable. We plan to see 20% growth between quarters 1 and 2 and 33% growth between quarters 3 and 4. We plan to achieve these goals with an aggressive marketing strategy that's focused on content marketing, which is especially effective in the craft cocktail industry. We also aim to position ourselves as a leading authority of mixology in Frederick, Maryland. So currently, we have $10,000 invested by ownership, which puts us at 6.5% funded. Immediate use of funds will go to our physical location at 154 North Market Street. The rest will go to marketing, licensing, majority payroll for CEO salaries, as well as a part-time employee salary. Our location is truly an amazing one. We currently have an offer in for a lease at 154 North Market Street, which is a commanding corner in downtown Frederick, Maryland. It has heavy foot traffic, as well as high visibility to bring in sales. Also an amazing space for our in-store events. Our team, our management team, myself and Stephanie Gielander. Stephanie, like myself, has over 20 years of bar and restaurant experience and upper management experience. Our advisory team has a combined 50 years of experience in commercial real estate, startup funding, and finance. We are mainstream mixology, craft cocktails, and more.
So just to clarify, 1.5 employees to staff?
So 3 total for staff, for startup staff. So part-time employee, myself, and Stephanie, my managing partner.
Okay, and you'll be open
December.
every day of the week?
Oh, no, 4 days a week.
4 days a week, okay.
Sandy's asking because she can walk to your new location.
Thank you.
Nothing else?
So you talked about how the competition is really, can you just, again, explain how you see yourself distinguishing yourself from that market?
Yeah, absolutely. So just basically what we offer in our store, a comprehensive experience. We're going to sell craft spirits, bar decor, bar mixers, everything that you would need to create a nice craft cocktail at home. Also, we'll have an in-store bar so that customers can come in and experience a craft cocktail and then also take a kit home. Everything that is in that cocktail they can buy and purchase and take home. And so events and classes, just everything that we offer, no place currently offers in one place. Yeah. Thank you.
You're pretty comfortable with the bureaucracy to navigate? State,
Yes.
liquor code,
Yes.
licensing, all that
Yes,
stuff?
like I said, I've been in the bar and restaurant industry for a very long time, and so I'm no stranger to the back end of it. It certainly is going to be a challenge, but one that I'm comfortable taking on.
Great job, Noelle.
Thank you.
That was great. All right, next up is Cara Kelley from Iffy and Blues. Come on up, Cara. And can I get my last three volunteers, last three to come on up? Who's coming up to win a fabulous prize? Come on up again. Yeah, and yeah, come on up, both of you. All right, so while they're coming up, I will tell you that we're going to talk about bakeries. Bakeries, the total economic impact of baked goods produced and sold in Maryland is $6.13 billion with a B dollars. So Maryland eats a lot of baked goods. In Maryland, the bakery industry supports 13,000 direct jobs and 20,000 indirect jobs. So it's a significant industry for us. Here's your question, and you guys, I mean, other than you're super cute, you guys do not rank on the cute, so you're not going to just get credit for her name. I'm sorry. The way it goes. Who thinks you're cute? Okay. You are cute. You are very cute. Plus, you have a really cool t-shirt. Which items are not produced normally in a bakery? And pardon me for my Spanish accent. Breads and brownies, not Spanish. Number one, breads and brownies are not produced in a bakery. 2, pies and pastel. You know what pastel is in Spanish? Right. And 3, cakes and zapatos. Cakes and zapatos, pies and pastels. Nobody better put brownies and bread for number 1. So what do you got? 2 or 3? You guys are right. Zapatos in Spanish are shoes. So, Jen, I need another bag. What? 10 points are here, and I will get you a bag. Who are you getting the bag? All right.
Yes.
All right, everybody, Cara's ready.
Hi, I'm Cara Kelley, CEO and co-founder of Iffy and Blues, a cottage bakery located right here in Frederick, Maryland. Picture this. You spent the day at a winery with your friends, you grabbed a bite to eat from a local food truck, and then at this point, you've had good food and good wine, but what's missing? Dessert. Yeah, you could chase down a local ice cream man, but what else is there? Who else is there? And what has that got to do with us? Introducing Iffy and Blues mobile dessert location, aiming to satisfy every sweet tooth. A quick search on Facebook will show you that this exact thing is needed in our county right now. People are looking for it, and food trucks are in. In 2020, food truck industry grossed $1.2 billion, and that number is expected to grow by 2.4% this year. People love them. 80% of diners are calling the experience different and unique. And what is more unique than a bakery on wheels? I'm getting ahead of myself. Let me explain to you who we are and why we are qualified to corner this market. Like I said, my name is Cara, also known as Iffy, and I have been baking for as long as I can remember. My partner, Blue, who also goes by Chris in his real life, has been baking for nearly 20 years. In November of 2020, we launched Iffy and Blues as a way to pursue our passion for baking, all while still having time to raise our kids and simultaneously working in our other career fields. Our first product ever was Cocoa Bombs, and from there, we've expanded our menu, and we are ready to take this show on the road. Our first month of revenue was 100% generated by the sales of Cocoa Bombs, but now that we are into August, we are doing 60% of our revenue is coming from our custom cake and cupcake orders, and 25% is coming from sales at festivals. Dessert, while it's super popular amongst kids, is also popular amongst adults, and 40% of Americans are reaching for dessert at least twice a week, according to USA Today. If you were to take 40% of the population in Frederick County between the ages of 25 and 52, our total addressable market would be around 42,000 people. Since we've launched, we've seen a steady growth of revenue, and we are expected to exceed our conservative projections for the next 2 years. Our current clients are families looking to celebrate life's little moments, but if we were to add a food truck, we would open ourselves up to not only being able to pair with wedding venues, breweries, and distilleries, but also get into those food truck-only events. But again, why us? There is no shortage of bakeries in Frederick, and these specific bakeries come to local events to sell. But what sets us apart from them? It's our ability to create a custom creation for you in any flavor that you can imagine, and the fact that our dessert menu is far varied, diverse, and perfect for an on-the-go meal. Don't have a fork? It's no problem. You can grab a cake pop and be on your way. I keep talking about our unique flavors, but what do I mean by that? Take this, for example. It's a bowl of Lucky Charms. And while most of us adults are not reaching for that first thing in the morning, it doesn't mean that we don't love them. But what if you could take that bowl and turn it into an adult dessert? Which is exactly what we did when we paired it with macarons and turned your favorite childhood flavors into a sophisticated and posh dessert. Same with Elvis. Loved peanut butter, banana, and bacon sandwiches, so we took a cake and filled it with bacon jam. Exactly. So why a food truck? Why not a brick and mortar? The thing is, not only would we be able to build our clientele and our branding and make our reputation more aware before we open our brick and mortar, but we are parents first, and we need to rock our jobs as mom and dad, also while rocking our jobs as founders. If we were to get the funding, we would use it to purchase a mixer, a sifter, and a chocolate temperer shown in order to create more product and grant more revenue so that we could save up for our food truck and give our poor KitchenAid its absolute needed break. Just 9 months into business, and we've already gotten wonderful feedback from the community. We have been featured on both Q103 and WFRE. 40% of our clients are return clients, 25% are referrals, and here's just a few things that people are saying about us. I'd like to say thank you for your time this evening and for the opportunity to be here, and I leave you with a final thought. Julia Child said, "People who love to eat are the best people," and I think people who love to eat dessert are just a little bit sweeter. Thank you.
So can I ask you, you're taking this idea from your brain to the street. What's the biggest obstacle you've had to overcome so far?
So our biggest obstacle, I think, would be setting ourselves apart because there are so many other cottage bakeries, but so far we have had an absolute wonderful support from the community. We have people who come see us on a Saturday at an event and then come see us on Sunday because they already ate everything and they need to refill it. So setting us apart with our flavors and the fact that you can give us any flavor and we can come up with something for you means that people are seeking us out and trying to figure out where we're going to be on the weekends so they can get our stuff.
So from the next iteration of this, are you going to ultimately end up with a sticks and bricks location, or are you just going to stay in the food truck arena?
So ideally, in 5 to 7 years, we will get a mortar and brick location. We have small kids, and so the food truck gives us a flexibility so that we can spend the time that we want to spend with them, but also be successful business owners. The food truck is something, though, that we would like to keep going. So even when we do have a brick and mortar location, we will have enough staff to be able to let that go out to events on the weekends while still keeping our brick and mortar location open and available to clients.
How many events did you participate in 2020?
So in 2020, we got a late start. We didn't start until June, but we've got 6 under our belt, and we're also doing In the Street in 2 weeks. So
Are any of the current ones truck-based?
So the only one that is currently, and they don't have an official food truck yet, would be MR Cheesecakes. But his menu only has one thing, it's only cheesecakes. So even if we were to get a food truck, despite the fact that we're in direct competition with them as a bakery, because we offer more than one menu item for our event menu, it would set us apart from them.
How much is a food truck?
So if we were to get a food truck exactly customized the way that we would need it with putting refrigerators in it, it would be $23,000, including all of the wrapping and branding.
And are the samples coming later?
I heard that was cheating, but we will be in the streets if you all want to try our stuff.
Yeah, we don't think we're professional judges, right? Drug us in off the street.
Where in the streets? Do you know your address?
So we are going to be between 3rd and 4th because we're going to be with the artisan block instead of the food truck blocks because we don't actually have a food truck yet. So we'll be down with the artisans between 3rd and 4th on the left-hand side if you're looking for us. We have a completely branded tent that has our logo and our catchphrase on it, so we'll be really easy to find, and we're going to have a variety of really delicious stuff with us. Thank you.
I want to know who told you it was cheating to bring baked goods. I'm sure they were not well informed. Okay, Sue Carr, CarrTech LLC, you are up, Sue. So no more fun giveaways, because you could tell I couldn't even give any more giveaways away. So as Sue gets ready and pulls up her slide and her microphone and all of that, I will just let you know a little bit about our, what do you need, Sue? Exit out of this. Oh, Jeff. I don't know how to exit out of that either. But Jeff is going to help you. So I'm just going to speak a little bit about our large, very large life science businesses here in Frederick County. So Lonza, international giant, 464 jobs here in Frederick. AstraZeneca, international giant, 700 jobs here in Frederick County. Thermo Fisher, international giant, 950. Leidos Biomedical, 2,000 jobs. And Fort Detrick, anyone know how many jobs Fort Detrick brings to our county? 10,200. And of those, only 300 are military based. So much of them are researchers and scientists, much like my friend Sue here. She's like, you're not my friend. But anyway, just wanted to talk a little bit about the mega life science footprint that Frederick County has. I will also say you can't create a community of life science without brilliant entrepreneurs like my friend Sue here. See, I just said something nice, so now I am your friend, right? Good. Did you bring me baked goods? Do you know Johnny Depp? Sue Carr, everybody.
Coming up. I was a clinical pharmacist on duty that day in the emergency room when I had to filter life-saving medication for a critical patient because it was packaged in a glass ampule. What felt like an eternity ticked by as I frantically searched for a filter needle, as everyone watched, waited, and stared. I founded CarrTech LLC, a medical device company, when I built and patented a better filter needle. That's safer, quicker, easier, and greener. As a clinical hospital pharmacist in the pharmacy, and going to pharmacy school, I noticed a complicated and unsafe problem when filtering medications packaged in glass ampules. So I decided to come up with a solution. If you've ever been to the hospital or ever had surgery, there's a high probability that you've received one of these medications. You know these drugs, but what you might not realize is they're often packaged in small glass containers called glass ampules. Glass ampules are cheaper than other containers, readily available, stable for a longer period of time, and tamper-proof. But there's one big problem. To break the ampule, you have to break the neck off like this. And 100% of the time, glass shards will enter into that ampule and contaminate the medication. Therefore, it needs to be filtered before you can administer it to the patient, which slows the whole delivery process down. This requires a filter needle to filter out those glass particles. Then another sterile needle needs to be opened, and multiple needles and multiple steps. And the chance for a healthcare professional to accidentally stick themselves during that needle exchange has just doubled. Imagine the opportunity for mistakes and the added stress in an emergency situation when every second counts. Glass shards account for over 50% of all the medical global the doses of ampules, I apologize. And needle stick injuries and extra preparation times cost hospitals close to $5 billion in unnecessary waste. Who wants glass shards running around in their body? CarrTech has eliminated the 4 most dangerous steps, saving time, money, and lives. And most importantly, in an emergency situation, when every second counts, the American Heart Association says every minute can save a life. So the solution is frog. Simply insert the filter into your ampule, withdraw it, remove the outer contaminated cover, and inject. We have proof of concept, and we've spoken to a lot of people, and our secret sauce is our healthcare professionals that we know throughout the area, and regulatory agents, thought leaders who mandate the process and know all about CarrTech and appreciate that we're doing what we're doing. The obtainable market in the United States is a $400 million market and a $2 billion market globally and growing. We expect to disrupt and penetrate the United States first, then we'll enter the global marketplace. And by the way, glass ampules aren't going anywhere, and that is a $4 billion market with a 7.5 CAGR and growing. And for every ampule, you need to filter it. We anticipate that it will cost just as much or the same as both a regular needle and a hypodermic needle combined. By 2025, our total anticipated revenue will equal close to $17 million, and that's just in the United States and just in hospitals. CarrTech will have the only all-in-one package, one needle filter device in the world. Our first customer will be the hospitals, then we'll conquer the other customer segments. We would like every medic bag in the DoD to contain a frog. The manufacturing, distribution, and storage will all be outsourced. We're partnering with one of the largest global filter needle companies in the world who would like to take over the sales and marketing, so yay for us. We are seeking $1.2 million for FDA approval. We're already 9 months into preparation, and we anticipate submission early 2022. My amazing team of veteran pharmacists and business strategists all are committed to making medication preparation safer. CarrTech has developed a better filter device that increases safety, saves time, lives, and most importantly, saves lives and money. Join us and take the leap in revolutionizing the filter needle industry. Thank you very much, and I'm happy to answer any questions.
Do you have 1.2 left to raise, or 1.2 as your total that you're trying to raise?
We've raised we have 1.2 total to raise. We've raised about $700,000 to date.
Thank you.
Is that 700,000, that's private equity, or is that angel investors, capital? Who are your investors? Who's funding you up to this point?
Right now, I started out bootstrapping my way through 2 patents and a prototype. Then I raised close to $300,000 through friends and family. Tedco has committed $350,000 through different areas, and we have our lead investor, Old Line Capital Partners, who have invested $200,000.
Thank you, Sue.
All right. Next up to the stage. Allison already knows she's here.
I mean, get her done, right?
Let's get her done, Allison. So yeah, you're doing your thing. I'm going to do my thing. My thing is to give you random information about CrossFit. CrossFit. Yeah. Thank you. CrossFit means cross-discipline fitness. You guys probably already knew that, right? And the original CrossFit gym was in Santa Cruz, California. Smarty pants, did you know that? You did? Oh. All right, so CrossFit was incorporated in 2000. And by 2020, there were approximately 15,000 CrossFit affiliates around the world. So, without further ado, Allison is still putting on her microphone, so she asked me to keep talking. Do you guys work out outside, inside? Would you like me to do a push-up? Because I cannot.
You can hear me all right?
Okay.
I can help you. We'll talk membership next week. It's all. I can help you with that.
Allison, I need to work out.
All right, we'll get it.
Gosh, thank God I didn't say sit up. I would have, Allison would have had to pull me off the ground.
I'm
just
strong enough, I
saying.
can do it.
Holy
It's all good.
cow.
It's
Why
what we
do I
train
say
for.
these things? Mm-hmm. Allison, you're up.
Hi. All right, hi. My name's Allison Jachowski, and I am the owner of ODIN CrossFit, a one-hour fitness facility located here in Frederick. But to our members, we are their humble, healthy, happy home. So we all live lives jam-packed with kids, work, stress, responsibilities. This leaves very little time or effort being put into taking care of ourselves. We've all got our work home with responsibilities. We've got our family home with even more responsibilities. But what about a home, or what about a place where you can go where your only responsibility is you? So this is the third home dilemma. So imagine a place where you can go that for 1 hour of your day, your only responsibility is you, where you're provided with a prescription for your fitness and the support system you need for your mental and emotional health as well. So this is what ODIN CrossFit provides for the local community. We are your third home. So this is a passion project for us. We would do it for free if we could, but let's talk business. So We got 3 revenue streams. Our first being our reoccurring monthly memberships. We're right around 200 members. This is about 75 to 80% of our revenue, and we average about 140 per person per month, and that is not including our merchandise and events. Our main demographic is working adults ages 25 to 34, 54 that is. Math's not my thing. 25 to 54. Working adults living in Frederick County making about $75,000 or more a year. It's about 150,000 people. But the reality is our members span all ages, races, and backgrounds. So we're not the only game in town, but we've always done things differently from the start. One thing is we don't pay at all. No money goes towards traditional advertising. We spend our time and energy on our members and our staff. That starts on day one with our intro program that we call Roots, meaning foundations. We're laying that foundation, that groundwork for building those relationships because that's going to aid in our long-term retention, and that's where it's at. We also are extremely intentional with who we hire and how we onboard our coaches. We spend a lot of time and energy really investing in teaching them how to connect with people because it's the relationships that they're building that are going to bring people back. At the end of the day, we need people to have fun and want to come to the gym at the end of the day. Again, long-term retention. We also need our members and want them to be our best advertisement. Now, our revenue is directly tied to our membership. 2019, we were around 150 people, and we all know what 2020 was like. So we have bounced back nicely, and we are growing more than ever. We're currently in a 5,600 square foot space, and we're able to offer one-hour class, maxing at 20 people per hour. Total of 200 overall capacity, and we're currently just over 200, so that's a problem. So late fall, we're moving into a just under 10,000 square foot space. We'll be offering 3 or more classes within that 1 hour time frame. We'll be able to bring in more people within the month and an overall gym capacity of well over 500, which is a good thing because we're projecting to be close to 300 by the end of 2022. So late fall, 622 North Market will be our new forever home. This is a perfect location for having great accessibility to all of the major highways in town and is also in a densely populated area. We're super excited to bring our members to downtown and they can have access to all the wonderful amenities that downtown has to offer. Walkability to all the bars and restaurants and local businesses, but we're also really excited to bring new life to the north side of downtown, to be able to collaborate with those other businesses and to be a part of the partnership. Now, 622 North Market Street, it's a historical building, and it definitely needs some work and a serious facelift. So, we will be putting in all new plumbing, electrical, HVAC, build out, painting the building, new gym equipment. This is a large undertaking for us, but we know when it's all said and done that this location and this building will be our forever home. Thank you.
The CrossFit name itself, are you part of a franchise system or is this
Great
independent?
question. So CrossFit is actually not a franchise, it's an affiliation. So we have a CrossFit name. We are backed by CrossFit. That also requires all of our coaches to have certain certifications and insurance and things like that, but every CrossFit gym is privately owned. Our actual business name registered with the state is Frederick Strength and Conditioning, and our doing business name is ODIN CrossFit. Nope, privately owned.
So I got the sense that part of your secret sauce, since that's one of the things we're supposed to be paying some attention to here, was buried in your beginning, your opening, when you talked about it isn't just your clients' bodies you're working with, it's also their emotional.
Yeah.
Can you talk a little bit more about that? Because I think that might be important.
Absolutely. So I think that 2020 was a really great example of that. And I remember the day standing in the gym when gyms were completely shut down. What do you do? Well,
our very first thought had nothing to do with the workouts themselves. It's how are we going to keep our people connected? How are we going to keep them emotionally engaged? How are we going to give them something to look forward to every day? And so that's how we approached it when we were shut down and I was quarantined with a 6-year-old, and it was delightful. So, yeah, mental and emotional health is extremely important. And I can tell you personally, even today, I did a short little workout myself, and as my people know, I don't work out on Thursdays, but nerves, right? So I did a little workout today, had nothing to do with my physical health. It had everything to do with my mental and emotional. I needed to get the jitters out, and it was perfect.
Did you open in 2019? I saw your 2019, 2020, and 2021.
No, I just kind of jumped it back right before everything kind of, you know.
When did you open? How long have you been in your
Yeah,
current
so
location?
ODIN CrossFit's actually been around for about 8 years. I was the head coach, came on right when the original owner opened it up. And then about 2 years into that, they moved on, and my husband and I run it together. So we've owned the business for about 6 years now. Yeah. We have, just to give you a little idea, that we've been profitable every single year, growing until 2020, but still profitable, just dipped a little because our doors were closed for a couple months. So, yeah.
What's the, you're showing growth, what's the retention of
Yeah. So if we can get people to, we'll say, buy in or really fall in love with it within their first 90 days, they're typically with us for years. We have some of our members here that have been with us and been with ODIN, right? Day one, right? You guys been around for 8 years now, 7 years? Yeah, retention. It's all about investing in that person. When I say that we are a home and they are my family, I know more about them sometimes than I would like to admit, but it's truly a family, and you don't leave family. So very rarely do people leave, and more often than not, people are leaving because they're moving, or they got a different job, or what we see more often is life happens, they leave, and they typically leave for a couple months, it's about 6 months, and they come back when they're ready. And that's something that I discuss with them when they decide that they want to leave. It's an adult conversation that we have, that they're always welcome to come back.
For Helen to do an actual push-up without the break in the middle.
Well, if she comes to ODIN, I give her a couple weeks. We can take care of that. Cool. Awesome. Thanks.
Allison, great job.
Thank you.
I did not know before, probably one of my most humiliating moments in life was that I could just say, I don't work out on Thursdays. Allison, seriously. All right, so we've got Monica Pierce up here. She is getting herself ready. And I'm going to tell you about distilleries, because I do drink on Thursdays, I'll tell you that. Frederick County has the most distillers of any county in the state of Maryland, with over 21% of the state's distilleries. And we have 2 still on the way. So let's clap about that. In the state of Maryland, distilled spirits industry supports 24,550 jobs. Significant, right? All right, Monica's up next. Let's go, Monica.
All right, can everybody hear me? Okay. Good evening, everybody. My name is Monica Pierce. I am the founder and owner of 10th Ward Distilling Company. We are a craft distillery located here in Frederick, Maryland, specializing in unique spirits. We have a beautiful cocktail bar downtown Frederick where you can sample our spirits and try our deliciously handcrafted cocktails. We also recently pivoted during COVID to launch our RTD program, RTD stands for ready to drink, which is also known as the canned cocktail. That was our little pivot. We have a diverse revenue stream made up of retail. We have a wholesale department that distributes to Maryland and DC, and then we've also got a wonderful private event space located on the second floor of our downtown facility. Now our problem is twofold. The first being major cash flow interruptions. So COVID really took us for surprise, and I'm always looking for solutions that are going to make sure that we don't have to face the next catastrophe and deal with the same challenges that we may have where we might have to shut down or who knows what. The second issue being a very high demand for locally made canned cocktails but low accessibility. Our solution is to make more canned cocktails, but more specifically to launch a monthly canned cocktail club. And that's really going to ride on the success of the RTD market, which has grown insanely due to COVID, but it's also expected to continually increase on an exponential basis year by year. Exponential? Is that the word? The revenue model is very simple. We can initially start off with 150 members, which is what we're expecting based on the current signups from polling our staff, or our customers, not our staff. We're expecting to sign up 5,000 members by the end of 5 years with an anticipated over $1 million in annual revenue. Now, we've calculated something called a serviceable obtainable market here, and that's because we can only legally ship to 13 states in the country. So I can't quite reach everybody, but we're able to hone in on our demographics here, and the numbers still aren't looking so bad. So how are we going to do it? Well, the secret is in the sauce, literally. Our canned cocktails are that great. However, we do have the trade secrets and the know-withal to launch a program like this because we've already been operating what we call the 10th Word Bottle Club. It is a quarterly release. We create one-time only, limited exclusive releases to our customers, and that's really what they're looking for right now. Everybody wants that next flash in a pan. But what's great about the bottle program is that it's a guaranteed revenue stream. So when we were down and shut down during COVID, I knew that I could count on that quarterly purchase, and that's where I really want to replicate with the canned cocktail program here. Although we're expecting more of a monthly cash flow stream because canned cocktails are a little bit more accessible than spirit bottles. The sales and marketing program will be very similar to the bottle program. We already have our print materials, which you can see here in this beautiful picture, a number of social media and email subscribers. Our staff can pitch the program when they're at tastings and events. Our website has some very accessible links and information. And lastly, we incentivize our staff to hit certain target signups. They get quarterly bonuses anytime they reach those targets. So that kind of helps them get those numbers up. There's virtually no competition for a program like this. You'll see a few bottle programs, a ton of wine programs with wineries specifically, but there is no single national distillery or nationwide distillery doing a canned cocktail subscription program. And everybody charges the fee to join, which we've learned based on our research is a big barrier to entry. So we charge no fee to join any of our clubs. The team that you will be investing in is made up of myself with plenty of experience in marketing, branding, customer service. I'm very active locally, both in our industry and with local associations. We have a wonderful advisory board made up of experts who are qualified in areas that I feel that I'm lacking, and a fabulous staff of 16. For any financial questions, you all have our investment summary printed out so you can see our historical numbers. Lastly, we are asking for a $150,000 bank loan, mostly for capital equipment and improvements, a few other types of materials, but that's why we're really looking for the loan as opposed to equity because I'm focusing on equipment for this growth. I thank you for your time, and I look forward to toasting with you to the success of our program. Thank you.
Got the banker next to me crunching numbers. I don't know what's happening over here. So you mentioned no barrier to entry. Is there a minimum, like am I signing up for 3 months? Am I signing up for 1 month, at a time? What is that?
Yeah, we usually, we've been doing a year, yes, a year required sign up. And with that, what happens is a lot of bottle clubs will ask you to pay for, $250 or $500, and that covers most of the product for the year. But $20 a month is just more swallowable for the average person.
A question for you.
Yeah.
So you talked about future projection. Having to overcome the shipping and states that aren't open to in transit of prepackaged alcohol product, what makes industry experts be confident that that growth scale is anything other than just sort of throwing a dart against the wall?
Sure. There are a ton of beverage journals that release this type of data regularly. And it's a trend that they don't think will change just because the product has already become ingrained in our industry. There are already award programs now for RTDs. You see it even with the biggest names. Jack Daniels is coming out with an RTD, et cetera. So I think it's an investment that people are making because they know it's going to stick.
So maybe it's the one good thing that's come out of COVID.
Yeah. Yes, I won't complain about that.
So I like the use of ingrained in there. That was good.
Yeah. Not intended.
When you talk about scaling it up, obviously you're talking about the product in terms of the amount, but are you also thinking about a greater variety of product? Do you think you'll expand the market that way? Or is it more about just reaching more people with the current RTDs you have?
Yeah, sure. So the RTDs that we currently produce, we wholesale those. So there are always just 4 core products. The club programs are different in that it's a new release every month. And that's why they're popular, because people sign up and they're like, oh, well, only I can get this, because they're not available to the public. They're always something fun and new and limited.
So if this goes forward, can you just not tell my husband? He loves those RTDs.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
All right, can we get a round of applause for all 6 of our presenters? All right, so I told the judges they were going to have a tough time, and they are going to have a tough time. So Jen Gerlach is here to usher you into the Cone of Silence room, where you will be judging these exceptional businesses. And remember, you're judging also. So if we could be back here at 7:30 on the dot, we will be awarding some businesses some money. So in the meantime, stretch, restrooms, network, and make sure you put your ticket in the mason jar. Hey, Sue. I'm good. How are you? Oh. I should put my mask on now, shouldn't I? But I'm not speaking. It's great to see you. Good to see you, too. Yeah. Thanks. For the opportunity. Yeah, absolutely. This is a fun night. Yeah. No, not at all. Go right ahead. Get out of your way.
Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Come on, just hop up there.
So you did a great job.
Yeah, you did good. You did good. We're going to take a picture if you don't mind.
I'm putting my bag with yours. You're not safe, right? Yeah. our shirt, but I figured this was close enough. That'll do. It's great colors.
What's going on?
All right, show people in the back. You never get to stand in the back.
Let's see if I can tell.
Stand back here by this tall guy.
Hide my leg, please.
You have to slip up there a little bit.
There's no way I'm getting up there. I can peek through right here.
Smile.
Oh yeah, everybody's smiling. It's funny because I'm smiling anyway, but
I know,
you
me
can't
too.
see it.
Smile.
You got it?
I'm just trying to get back up again.
Oh, one more. Down in front. Up there again.
I like that. Up there. Oh, sorry, I did it again.
Ridiculous.
We've all been breathing on each other for a while.
Maybe I'll give it to you. I actually have two of them.
Nice.
So I can we can break through it now.
Yeah, fast. I did learn to drive with my left foot. We can push you off. Yeah. I walked around on it.
So hard.
Yeah, also not safe for the rest of
I also walked around on it for 3 days.
Good.
I haven't seen it in so long.
I know.
Everyone, we are about to count the People's Choice Award, so if you have not made that vote, please go ahead and do so. Again, we are about to count the People's Choice Award, so please put in your vote.
pretense of being super not strong in my arms.
I would have been floundering right there with it. These day jobs.
I was like, why did I even say I would do that? What in the world?
What does that mean?
Right. I mean, they were like, keep talking. And I was like, I don't know anything about CrossFit. What am I supposed to say? My notes have run out. I've got nothing. Thank you.
Extemporaneous.
So Jen said she's going to text me when the judges are back.
This is still, no.
Oh, okay, sorry. Thank you.
love to connect with you. You work with, and I can't remember his name, but he used to work for the Marriott in Frederick.
Matt Doyle, he no longer works with us. He was good, and he got stolen and went to the state of Maryland to do economic development.
Okay. Because when he left Marriott, I used to work for Marriott for years, and then I met Matt when he was up in Frederick, and then when he was leaving, he's like, "Come take over my position with Marriott up here." I'm like, "That's okay," but I didn't know he left.
He's great. He's great. We still work with him.
Yeah.
We just work with him at the state level.
Well, I'll reach out to you. We'd love to meet with you.
Yep,
and
absolutely.
You've been wonderful tonight. And
Oh, thanks. Thank you. Yep. Okay, I've gotten a text from the judges. They're back on their way. If you guys could take your seats. So as the judges make their way back to their seats and we make our awards, I do want to say that it's been a pleasure to work with so many outstanding women to bring this event to you all tonight. So I want to give a special shout out to the organizations and the women in the organizations that made this possible. So first, the Maryland Women Business Center. Yep, you can clap. Frederick County Office of Economic Development. City of Frederick Department of Economic Development. Hood College. Octavo Design. And the glue behind all of this, the Frederick County Chamber of Commerce. So the women behind these organizations, if you'll just give a wave. Mary Ford Nail, thank you very much. Karen Kalansis. This is going to kill you, Sue, but Sue Huff, give a wave. Sue, wave. Oh, my goodness. Caitlin Walsh, where are you? Caitlin, right down front. Jen Gerlach, and Laurie Ward. Laurie, are you? Yeah, in the back of the room. So the funding for tonight's winners is provided by the Frederick County Office of Economic Development, the City of Frederick's Department of Economic Development, Hood College Graduate School, and Octavo Design. So thank you all very, very much. Okay. We have $10,000 to give out tonight, so that's very nice. So I just got a little birdie to whisper in my ear and say, gosh darn, those judges had a tough time. So thank you all of the ladies who pitched here tonight, because you did an outstanding job and you represented Frederick County better than any of us could have. We couldn't be more thrilled to have your entrepreneur spirit here in our county. So thank you so much. So you know the part on America's Got Talent or The Voice when they're like, oh, this is the hardest part. Well, this is the hardest part. It truly is. I'm just the messenger, so if you're really angry, particularly you CrossFit people, be mad at them. All right, so judges, how are we doing this, Jen? Do you want to come up on stage to award? And judges, why don't you stand up and we're gonna knock some knuckles and give out some awards, okay? Oh, okay, and Jen just said, so if everyone could stay after, we'll take some good pictures of everybody with this. All right, so if I call your name, come on up, knock some knuckles. Jen, why don't you go stand up there with them and give out the awards. So the first award is for the winner of tonight's She Pitch Idea Stage Award for Best Pitch. And the winner of $4,500 goes to Cara, Kelley, Iffy and Blues. Congratulations, Cara. Okay, stay up there, stay up there. Congratulations, Cara. The winner of tonight's She Pitch Growth Stage, an award for Best Pitch and winner of $5,000, is Allison Jachowski. Great job, Allison. And your vote.
Come to the gym.
And your vote. The audience has voted, and I am pleased to present the She Week first ever People's Choice Award and winner of $500 to Allison Jachowski, ODIN, CrossFit. So on behalf of all the She ladies who pitched tonight, our great judges, thank you so much, judges, and the Frederick County Chamber of Commerce and our partners, we want to thank you all for coming out tonight and making this evening exceptional. Thank you so much. Let's make sure that we get Rick Weldon to say right now we will do this again during She Pitch next year. We will. Yay! Please stay safe, everyone, and congratulations to all of you. Can we get all the everyone who pitched up here, please?